Saturday, getting another one in. And today marks about 1 week since I gave my notice, but it feels like it's been 30 days or 45 days because the mental transformation is so real when you give your resignation at your corporate job. And for some of us, that could be a span of 10, 15, 20 years or more in the corporate life. So in my case, that's about 20 years or so in corporate. That's all I've known. And this is the first time in my career path in 20 years that I've actually taken a break from corporate. Is it an indefinite? Maybe. Do I want to go back to it? Maybe. Part-time. Can I do without it for a while? Hell yes, I can. And so I'm using this opportunity to explore the creative passions and my artistic sides that, as a matter of fact, I auditioned today in Vegas. I'm signed to a talent agency. I am an aspiring artist, actor, and I've been a R&B pop musician, hence the name Life Behind the Reels. And so I consider that as unfinished business. Obviously, the agency that I'm signed with here is, these are all going to be paid gigs, and I think there's decent money to be had. You don't know what you don't know until you explore it, right? So I have a label behind me. So that's a means to an end. And obviously, I've done decently enough to stash away a little bit of cash to be content for at least 2 years. So that's my pathway. Don't want to get into that too much, but the whole consensus or the reason why I'm doing this clip here is how freeing and liberating it feels mentally. And the reason why I said it feels like it's been 30 days or more since I gave my resignation is because the transformation, the way your body reacts and your mental, the healing, the way everything starts just kind of sort of calming down, and you start realizing slowly, it still hasn't hit me completely that I have given my resignation, as I start to embrace the next chapter of my life, which I'm very happy about. But also, here's the caveat to that, is that you still got to adhere to the habits that you had while you were working. So when you were doing a 9-to-5, and assuming some of you, if not most of you in your 40s have kids, whether you're a single parent, separated or whatnot, whatever your situation is, and when you combine all of that with a 9-to-5, you do realize that most of us try to incorporate some sort of a healthy routine in there. We try to build in a lifestyle, whether it's simple act as this, walking, or it's going to the park, going to the gym, walking your dog, going on a personal hike, whatever it be. You have a routine in place right now. So try to approach the way I'm approaching. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but the way I'm approaching this new life of mine is the things that made me into that high performance athlete or high performance corporate employee professional is exactly where the roots began for me, which is here. So, you know, it's not a secret that everyone at my work throughout my career path, either they mocked me about fitness or gave me the side eye. But honestly, they were not in a position to do so because secretly they wanted to get in the best shape of their lives. And they secretly admired my work ethics. And I brought that attitude to work. I brought that discipline to work. And thing is, to perform a certain way, you have to take care of yourself a certain way. Whether it's outside of work hours or in between work hours and your sets, time of the day. If you don't make time to show up for yourself, I'm going to guarantee you this much. Your corporation, your company, they may have resources. And sometimes when you sign up for these resources like the health benefits and online fitness advisory centers or whatnot, you know, there's all kinds of perks you get, right? You can tap into. But the thing is that if you're not moving your body at the end of the day, that's where it stops. That's where the buck stops. So you have to be very conscious about the idea of progress versus the actual progress. By that, I mean is you can sign up for a membership, you can sign up for gym dues, whatever sort of an engagement you want to get into, is that the ship doesn't sail and the ball doesn't roll, or you're not moving the needle if you yourself don't get up and move. That's where the action, that's what's actionable. That's where you can really measure your performance. And so showing up for yourself entails breaking apart from work, breaking your corporate routines, and building in deliberate time to get in your steps. The simple act of walking, whether it's 5,000, 7,000, 10,000. 10,000 will be great, but if you can get half your steps in a concerted time frame and block, consider that a therapy session for you. Consider that as a healing time, like you're doing work on yourself. You're doing work on your mind, your body, your spirit. And your boss is not going to do it for you. Your coworkers are not going to do it for you. Sometimes you may need to sacrifice and shift away or move away from a work party or work event. And let's just say, even if you go to that work event, assuming that you have contained your alcohol limits, right, you can still go for a walk. I've done it. I have gone to work events and I've traveled extensively throughout US, the East Coast for my job. And I can tell you, I've always hit the gym. If there's a trail, if there's a walkway, I'm there. Deep down inside, I've cultivated this habit in my DNA, in my blueprint, that if I don't do it, if I skip a day, my system will tell me. I will feel that mentally, psychologically, it's gonna gnaw at me, it's gonna eat at me until I go out and do it and get my walk in. Sounds very simple, right? The thing is, there's a buildup of energy. There's a buildup of stress. There's a buildup of toxins. Your blood, right? Your circulation. That if you sit on it today, I look at this as a report card. There's a bill due at the end of the day. That's how you should break it down, in my opinion, is that you take it day by day. Because if you look at a goal achieved in 30 days, right, that's broken down into 30 days. Oftentimes we look at the finished product as, oh my God, look at this guy in 1 year, right? Or girl or guy. They disappear. You don't know what the hell's going on. We don't pay attention to other people's lives as much as we should. Some of us do, but we often see transformations that go viral, right? On Instagram, on IG, on the internet. It's like, damn, look at that guy. Damn, look at that girl. Oh, damn, look at what he or she achieved. A lot of times, that's not achieved overnight. It's achieved over a span of 30 days times 12 months equals 365 days. That's the message here, is the compounding effect. You got to believe in that. So you show up for at least 20 days or 30 days out of the month. I at least show up for 25 out of 30. They're not, I don't get 10,000 every day, but when I do skip and I come close, let's just say I average about, on the day that I do not deliberately walk, about 7,000. The next day, my goal is to do 20,000, 17,000. Whatever that is, to average out to 10,000. So that's how I try to make up and keep my numbers at the bar. So you get my point, right? No one's going to do it for you. Your company, your corporation does not care about your health. I mean, they do, but realistically, all they care about is you getting the job done, maximizing you, honestly taxing you, and squeezing out as much as they can. So you got to draw the line on where that squeeze stops. And in my opinion, that squeeze stops is when you decide to get out, use your mind, okay? Cut it off and go walk. Okay? Mamba out.